be honest with you now. I don't do this comedy thing for a living. Can y'all hear me? I don't do anything for a living. I'm actually a retired high school teacher, 36 years, but most of my I gotta tell you though. Okay, now I forgot my punchline. No, I did most of my time up in Valley Center. I gotta tell you though, this is a nice change of pace for me. Out here talking to a bunch of drunk adults instead of stoned high school kids. I am glad to be out here though. I've had kind of a miserable week. You ever get in one of those moods where you just want to drive out to I-35, pull over in the fast lane, then go 55 just so you can piss everybody else off too? Maybe turn on your left blinker just to see how many people you can get to flip you off. I stopped at Wendy's earlier this week. Those people, they annoy me. Why is it when you go through the drive-thru at Wendy's, they always ask you, would you like to try our... Have you ever one time heard somebody say, well, yeah, that sounds real good. I think I'll have that. They don't say that. I like to mess with these people. Last time I went through there, the gal asked me what I wanted. I said, you know, I think I'm going to try one of those. She said that'll be $3.69 pulling up to the window. Had to go in for my yearly mammogram on Monday. Not that there's a history of breast cancer in my family or anything like that. No history of breasts in my family. I was a little hesitant when the doctor asked me if I wanted a mammogram. I told him, no, I think I'll just slam my own tit in the door. Because it's not fair what we have to go through, is it, girls? Guys do not understand what it's like to have a breast wedged in a vice grip. Listen, I look forward to the day they have nanograms. I guarantee you the technology will improve just as soon as these guys have to stick their meat in the grinder. Seriously though, girls, once you turn 40, you really do need to get that mammogram. Don't do what I did the first time I walked in there though, because it does kind of have a tendency to piss them off. I just handed the gal my padded bra and told her I'd be back in an hour. Had a bad leak in my bathroom faucet this week too. Had to call a plumber out. Plumber came out, charged me $89 service charge. Didn't fix a thing. Told me if I wanted the leak to stop, I needed a good caulking. Can you imagine paying $89 to find out you need caulking? So I went to Home Depot searching for caulking, car shopping if you will. And boy, that gets confusing. Hard caulks, soft caulks, caulks that start soft and end hard, silicone caulks. I mean, how's a girl supposed to choose the right caulk? I tell you my biggest fear. I tell you folks want to hear my biggest fear. My biggest fear is choosing the wrong caulk. Boy, I've done that more than once in my life. You know, you shop around, you try to get the right one, you get it home and it just doesn't do the job you thought it would. It's been a terrible old week. I was buttoned down on a corn nut, lost filling in my tooth, tripped on the ladder, sprained my ankle a little bit. Then I got the bumper of my car bashed in and I thought, gee, you know, what is wrong with me? Why am I having so many accidents? Then, you know, it came to me in the mail actually. I've been using the wrong maxi pad. Did you ladies get one of these? Well, look, it says it right on there. If your maxi pad doesn't look like this, you could be having too many accidents. Can you believe the stuff they're sending in the mail? I got this in the mail, Nancy. I was gonna open it up, show it to you, but look at this. I noticed it had little wings on the side of it. I was afraid it'd fly away. You know what cracks me up about this? I'm gonna be honest with you, where did they get my address? I am 67 years old. I haven't needed one of these for at least 15 years. I'm glad too, because tampons, Bexy pens, they've gotten expensive, haven't they, girls? Talk about flushing your money down the toilet, huh? Think all the money I have now, no strings attached. Because we pulled some strings in our times, haven't we, girls? I pulled so many strings, I got permanent rope burn. So every time I look at this thing, it reminds me of that grape taffy we used to get at the swimming pool. I got it in the mail and I thought, oh, grape taffy, it's a Wichita Ks. Well, like I told you earlier, I'm a retired high school teacher. I really didn't like it. I did it for a long time, but it got exhausting. Listen, you try conjugating the verb come sometime with a bunch of 16-year-olds and see what happens. Today I come, yesterday I came, tomorrow I will come. I have come, I have come, I will have come. You'll get 26 little voices going, and one guy in the back row, wow, that's incredible. Teachers and teenagers, we just don't speak the same language. I was getting ready one day in sophomore English to show a video. I asked one of the boys in the back row, John, would you mind flipping off the light? He said, sure, Miss Hoop, no problem. I think the most embarrassing thing, though, that happened to me while I was teaching happened my first year of teaching. I was 22 years old, walked into my classroom, found a life-size drawing of me on a sophomore's desk. I was naked in the drawing, and I gotta tell you, I was pissed. There were no breasts on that woman. I got the kid who did it, though, kept him after school for detention. 30 minutes of detention. By God, I made him draw something. So I've been retired a while now. The first thing I did, though, when I retired was I joined the gym. I wanted to be one of those people that could say, yeah, I work out. I don't know if it's doing any good or not, but I was in there for 32 minutes yesterday. I usually only say 30, so I'm thinking that was my personal best. Because that's what we athletes call it, our personal best. Of course, in fairness, I had to pee and get a drink, so it might have only been 30. I don't know. So other than my strenuous exercise program, I've been pretty lazy since I retired. I am on level 1262 of Candy Crush, though. Now that's I spend way too much time on Facebook, too. Y'all on Facebook? Yes. You should friend me. I have 590 Facebook friends. I don't actually know them all or anything like that, but we Facebookers, we like to keep our numbers up. I'm always a little hesitant, though, about posting things on Facebook, because I'm afraid I won't get any likes. And likes are just as important to us Facebookers as keeping our numbers up. I hadn't posted anything for a while, so when my ice maker suddenly started working again all by itself, I thought that was Facebook. I got 17 likes, not bad. I think I would have done a lot better, though, if at the end of my post I had just said, I'm so blessed. I wasn't thinking. Blessed, it's just a little Facebook buzzword, and I got the most blessed Facebook friends you ever saw. Little Johnny pooped in his potty. Blessed. That cornbread recipe off Pinterest was just fabulous. So blessed. Good news. That nasty itch I was worried about just turned out to be a little yeast infection. I don't know, folks, to me, Facebook is just a really good place to talk about stuff that Back in the day, we pretty much kept ourselves. I know this whole technology thing just sort of has me baffled a little bit. You know, I miss the old days. No computers, no cell phones, just sharing a bottle of Boone's Farm with 12 friends and getting ripped. Having 12 friends to get ripped with. I do have a computer, but I just found out I have a bad virus on it. A nice young man with a foreign accent called and told me. Told me he could fix it for me, though, from his office somewhere in India. All I had to do was turn on my computer, and we'd be good to go. Problem was, it was going to be kind of expensive, but he told me he'd work with me. All he needed was my address, phone number, passwords, and social security numbers. Good to go. He was a real nice young man. I probably talked to him for 30 minutes. I do the same thing with the Jehovah's Witnesses. Sometimes I'll have them in for coffee. I asked him if he liked his job, if he had a girlfriend, what kind of special training he had in order to detect my virus all the way from India. Then I noticed I had that pamphlet sitting there from those Jehovah's Witnesses. So I read him a couple of Bible verses. Suggested to him that maybe we pray together about that bad virus just to keep it from spreading. He accused me of wasting his time. I accused him of being an asshole. He hung up on me, but I posted the story on Facebook. I got 117 likes. I'm so blessed. I don't know whose water that is. But you guys, just a little note about myself. Jan Hoop's not actually my real name. Well, the Jan is mine, but the Hoop actually belongs to my ex-husband. I have absolutely no idea why it is I kept the name. I think after the divorce, I just decided, yeah, what the hell, I kept everything else. I don't know, Steve, we were married for 6 years. I don't think one time in that 6 years he ever one time called me by my real name. First 2 years we were married, the only thing he ever called me was babe. Hey, babe. Of course, that beats the hell out of what he called me the last 4. He was just a weird kind of a guy. On Valentine's Day, he used to take me down to the drugstore, pick out a card, have me read it, and then put it back. So we ended up divorced, which was fine with me because it kind of freed me up then. I didn't have to spend all my time nagging. Because I'm telling you, Liz, if you're going to be married, you're going to nag. I was pretty much queen of the nags. I used to nag so much I get on my own nerves. You ever nag that much? That's a lot of nagging. I went nag free after the divorce, though. No nagging on for me, no sir. It was tough at first. I'd see little black whiskers in the sink. I'd want to nag. Then I'd realize they were mine. Well, I'll be honest with you. Once in a while, once in a great while, way back in the old days, I get kind of lonely. I'd think about finding a man again. Then I'd just scatter shoes and socks all over the house, turn up the football game real loud and think, eh. But all of that was a lifetime ago, 35, 40 years ago. Things are different now. But I gotta tell you, I did tie the knot again 3.5 years ago, Central Park, New York City, and this time I did it a little bit differently. I married a woman. There's a lot of advantages to living with a woman. We share the remote. We share clothes. We don't have pee all over the bathroom floor. We still have shoes and socks all over the house with the football game turned up real loud, but I finally figured out that was me doing that. There was something else I was going to tell you about that. Oh yeah. You guys in this bathroom, Jim back there, I got to say something to you. Jim was a... What year did you graduate from high school, Jim?
79.
1979. was in one of my first classes when I was teaching at Circle High School before I was at Valley Center. How old are you now?
56.
50. Oh, I'm so bad in math. Is that right?
That'd be right.
56? Oh, you're like 2 years older than I am. You guys are just being business in the bathroom. You can do something about this, Jim. My ex-husband, old Steve Hoop, he thought as long as he peed in the bathroom, it was open. True story. Listen, I don't know if y'all used to say this or not, but when I was in high school, we used to say that you could tell the size of a man's penis by the size of his foot. Did y'all used to say that? Well, I don't know about that, but I got a little theory of my own, little hoop theory, and I want all you straight girls out there to listen up. I say you can tell how good of a lover the guy's going to be by where he pees. Listen, if a guy can't hit a target this big around when he pees, what kind of luck is he going to have in bed? Well, listen, it's about time for me to scoot over here, but I want to teach you one thing before I go. Y'all remember learning the parts of speech when you were a kid? Remember how boring it was? Well, I think it's boring because teachers, we just don't always know how to relate to teenagers. Now, you take a guy like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a guy who knew how to relate to teenagers. I mean, what 16-year-old boy in America today cannot relate to Michael Jackson's song, Beat It? What if we were taught that way? Clap along, help me out, and let me show you how I think the parts of speech should be taught to 16-year-old boys. Hoop is a name, grammar's my game. I'm not here just to entertain. Today we're going to learn the different parts of speech. You're going to learn, I'm going to teach. Let's start with Michael Jackson's well-known song, Beat is a verb. Now follow along. Everybody eats it, so I guess it's okay. But you found yourself a noun if you eat it all day. If it happens to be lengthy, then you're quite a lucky guy. You've also found an adjective. It's not important why. If you beat it with a stick, then you've got a preposition. I wouldn't recommend it. That's called sadomasochism. So beat that little fella off. Now look at this word. I'll tell you where you beat it. It must be an adverb. Beat it, beat it, beat it can be an interjection. If it has an exclamation point and brings you satisfaction. If you just beat it, then you've got a pronoun. Beat your meat and you found another noun. Conjunction is the rascal. You'll remember which one. Who's always in the middle when he chooses to come. The lesson is over. Don't you dare make me repeat it. And thank you, Michael Jackson, for admitting that you beat it. Thanks a lot, you guys. You've been so much fun.